Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn's Revenge 3.3 preview playthrough as the New Republic. In the last episode, we fought the Sovereign, we killed the Sovereign, and we also killed the Sovereign, because we killed Palpatine. But we have our pretty big fleet sitting in the core. We've got Biss protected, we're about to move in on Sauce-Beacon with the fleet from Hakasi, because today's major goal is taking the rest of the core. The Yavitha are free roaming now. They're free range Yavitha, so we need to do something about that. Like, once we have Metellos, Sauce-Beacon, and Prakith, then we might give it a minute, see if the Yavithans are going to start going elsewhere with their roaming fleets. I'm not sure if that's already been disabled when this started, because we're going to be converting the Yavithans back to their faction slot. But I do want to avoid fighting the biggest fleets right away if we can, and secure everything else other places. Black Wolf's asking if the website, which I was talking about before starting to record, with all the ship stats, will include sizes, weapon loadouts, personnel, and fighter complement. Fighter complement, like fighter amounts, will be there. I don't know that it'll include the actual complement because that varies by faction. So ultimately we should be able to include stuff like that, but it'll be a little bit more difficult, and probably not a thing we do right away. I'm gonna need to make sure we are fighting the right things. But size, I don't know about, because the idea is that we're making it essentially automatically out of the game files, and stuff like size isn't really contained in any of that, so that would take more manual upkeep. And basically, the idea with it is that anything that involves manual upkeep for it will fall behind and would have to get redone with any of the scraping, the auto building for it, and is therefore bad for the ultimate purposes of it. So size wouldn't be on there. But yeah, so like the basic scraping and page building and searching and all that is done for the site. There's just some like feature pages that aren't done yet, and Pox has been busy for the last little while, so we're not quite there with it yet. But like it's technically functional. I just need to figure out where we're actually going to be putting them up. We get a glimpse of the turbo blimp. Not in this playthrough, unfortunately. I would have had to, I think, port it into the starting forces. I think the files might actually be in the playthrough, so I might be able to give us that, spawn one in. Because I'd intended to do that with the starting forces, I remember, at the start of this, but I didn't have time. Alright, there's most of their threatening stuff's dead. Watchers is asking, do you agree that the Ariado Authority Assertor ST is stronger than the Viscount? I mean, it kind of depends on what you're fighting, because the Viscount is less good at targeting one thing, whereas the Assertor is meant to fight other large ships. So it's, if you're thinking of, like, what's going to function better in a 1v1, then generally the Assertor is probably going to be better for that, like if you're just looking that ship against this ship. But if you're fighting like a bigger group of other ships, then the Viscount, depending on the layout and the types of ships, like the Viscount might end up being better for that. All the SSDs have kind of different specialties, so it's not really just like a raw strength comparison. They have different strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, I'm gonna get our good friend, Vengeful Spirit, over here. How many other bombers do we have? Go for the Golan. You have bombs, go for the Golan.
Awaiting orders. Ready and willing. Captain here. Hold on.
Are there any more little guys near us? Face's hope is low on shields, but not low on anything else. Cheesecake there. And I'll probably just get the X-Wings and E-Wings on that too. Because we have no other fighters to worry about other than the occasional one. Don't need all the fighters on like one squadron at a time. Okay, are the shields? Magic School Bus is gonna take a little bit more damage before this is over. But we'll send Prosperous Unification over to that one. Ooh, you're taking more damage than I thought too, Vengeful Spirit. Probably want to try to send some of them in there and switch over some of these bombers to the other side. Like either the other side of the Golem 3 or onto the Golem 2. Yeah. Honestly, like for SSDs, I tend to prefer the battlecruiser size stuff over the full size SSDs. Like with full size SSDs, you have less tactical control over the battle. If you have just like more raw strength than them, or you think you can kind of hold them back in smaller groups, then they can be better. But if you have one of the smaller battle cruisers or one of the pocket SSDs, then you can fit a bit more support in there, and it lets you have a little bit more control over what's happening without giving up too much in the raw strength. Like you still have that same big backbone. Sorry, I just have to move this window up a little bit. There we go. I couldn't see the rate and all that. Make sure that it's actually recording things properly.
Yes, Roger.
Okay.
Yes, Admiral. I copy.
So there's the beacon. How many ships do we have with Grant on the other side? One of the whales asking, which one do you like better, Corey, Thrawn's Revenge or Fall of the Republic? It really depends on the day, honestly. Like, if I'm looking for a bigger one-on-one faction setup, then Fall of the Republic's better for that, obviously. Thrawn's Revenge, I do like all the different factions and all the different stuff going on with that. I tend to prefer that setup more, like I'm looking for that more often, but it ends up ultimately being proportional to the number of factions. So like 8 times out of 10, I'll do a Thrawn's Revenge playthrough, and then 2 times out of 10, I'll do a Fall of the Republic one. Rotate through the factions. Where's the ground forces we have? We really don't have that many on this side. And this fleet isn't even that great itself. Okay, so we want the ground forces back. Let's just get a bunch of them wherever we can. Coruscant, you're already building those back up. Get some factories on there. Heavy factories on here.
Enlisting troops.
Add some better production elsewhere.
Unit in production. Constructing unit.
And 2 artillery pieces. There we go. Is the Avitha SSD more powerful than the Mandator 3? I forget what the stats are on the Armadia and the Mandator 3. So
On our
I
way.
cannot safely comment. Not sure on the comparison. It'll be nice once we have these planets,
Requesting backup.
because that's like 3 pretty good fleets that we have here. Or I guess 2 once we combine those. Well, how far are we out on these sides, too?
Reporting.
I did kind of want to send
Research complete.
this fleet out more. We got the new fleet modernization project finished. Does that open up any other admirals? Well, we got Bell.
Engage.
So we'll take that.
Artillery online. Destination received.
I'm just gonna sell, not sell. I'm gonna retire Garmbel Iblis for that. Check
EaW over.
that open any up rather than clicking on the guides. I should really just click on the guides.
Research complete.
Right, we do have a bot. There's a bot in Brand. I'm just gonna get a bot. I'm not gonna do a poll for that one because it's been recent enough for that. We'll probably get Garm back when the mediator's available.
Right away.
Artillery online.
Research complete. Research complete.
All right, we have
Construction complete.
Construction complete.
because we got Bork, didn't we? So we have another slot for that. You know what, Grant?
Researching.
I'm gonna get rid of Grant
Construction complete.
because I want to get Crefay or
Research complete.
whatever. Yeah, that's Crefay.
EaW over.
Complete.
I've never used Crefay, so I'm overriding the will of the people by not holding elections for these ones.
E4P ready.
Right away.
All right.
Moving out.
No, we have not changed the engines on the Praetor. Maybe we will be able to eventually, but that's not a
Course plotting.
thing that anyone is actively working on at the moment.
Construction complete.
Destination acquired.
If we do it, it'd probably be a submod just removing the engines from it.
EaW over.
Yeah, Crefay is sick. Like, I think I've like tested individual things with Crefay probably at some point, but I've never
Construction complete.
actually done a playthrough with him. You guys end up seeing all the playthroughs, the full playthroughs, and we've never used him on the channel.
Destination acknowledged.
Okay, I think we might have enough ground forces for that invasion.
T2B over. Roger. Adjusting navigomputer. Destination set.
Luckily, the Avithans right now, if they attack, they'd be going into Imperial territory.
Right away.
Construction complete.
Location confirmed.
Beginning.
Oh, the The PA is just really hitting the Empire on that side, too. Well, let's go into Metellos so we can keep these moving.
On my way.
There we go. Mediator research. So I guess the period where Beliblis comes back isn't that far off. All right.
E2B over.
Invasion.
Bring in them first. We'll have at least one Jedi to bring in. I'm not going to bring in both Luke and Kyle, probably, for this one. And then Bell can attack Prakith. It doesn't seem like the Empire has too many big fleets down here. They have the one that was over Prakith, but it doesn't seem like they have too much more than that. Because they are moving that one around.
Reinforcements. Reinforcements cancelled.
That's storm time.
Course plotted. We have located the enemy. All right, man. Take cover. Can do. Right.
Have our sick infantry. Let's go with Luke, so he can stealth his way in. Some T4s.
Capacity.
Moving out. Heading out. Yes, sir.
And it's probably safest to go for this landing zone right now.
Yes. You'll find I'm full of surprises.
Luke, what are you doing? Luke,
Reporting. Moving
why are you running around the T4Bs when they're not anywhere near the map right now?
Ready. Spread out, man. Moving ahead. Ready for action. Ready. Location confirmed. All weapons loaded. Yes, sir. Moving into position. Affirmative.
Okay.
Heading out, Roger.
We've secured a landing zone.
They had, what, the 3 XR85s, 3 XR Kings.
I'm with you. I'll
Let's
be
just
there.
steal the money and leave.
Reporting
Just
in.
keep retreating,
Acknowledged.
coming back till you get all the money. An exploit that some people do.
Roger that.
They have apparently more free time than me, I don't know.
Form up.
There is one map where they were like really close to the landing zone, so it's slightly more efficient, but I don't...
Adjusting Navicomputer. Reporting.
Not gonna see me doing that. I don't know.
T4 people awaiting orders. Take moving into position.
Okay, let's see if we can destroy a nice turbo laser tower for us on this side. And then we can worry about the moving turbo laser tower,
Ready to
XR85s.
roll. Let's move out. Roger that. Let's go.
Okay, let's just get everyone in there. Ooh, they've actually got their forces backing them up.
Commander. Yes, sir. Waiting orders.
I wasn't expecting such a big welcoming party.
Avoiding fire. Yes, ma'am. Awaiting your order.
Come on,
Reporting. Heading out. Fire.
don't EAW this up. Okay, you guys just don't take cover for now. Just get over that way.
Base
Ready.
is under attack.
Advancing. Yes, sir. Heavy fire. Ready for your lead.
I'm gonna get the spotter to sit up here. So anything that's gonna destroy this artillery has to go past them. And then we should probably get a warning.
Roger. Yes, sir. Squad, advance.
Alright.
Reporting in.
RAFs on you. Luke Skywalker's on you. And then we'll send a group
We've secured a
right in.
Heading out, sir. Course.
Get some support so we can protect the back end.
Roger that. Fall out, troops.
That is a lot of spicy meatballs.
Ready.
Where's Luke? He's just chilling there. Okay. It's nice for him. The problem's gonna be this guy.
I'm on it. You'll find I'm full of surprises.
Ready for action.
Yeah, they got the artillery, but there's
Let's get going.
bigger problems right now.
Skywalker here.
Okay, we'll need to get through to get the planetary shield.
Affirmative.
Where do you need me?
Form up. Fire.
We've secured
Let's put the other artillery on this side. You there. Kyle. Where'd Kyle end up? Oh, he's already up there.
On my way. Heading to position.
unit.
I just need to make sure that these guys aren't going to die in the next 20 seconds. I'll land you over here.
Reinforcements. Base is under attack.
We can't get the victory condition, or the victory point, until we've got the planetary shield down. So we will need to at least infiltrate.
We'll provide backup.
We've lost a build pack.
Can you get over there then?
Full of surprises.
I need to get him behind the structure.
I am a Jedi.
There you go.
What's the mission?
Ready to go. Ready to roll.
Oh, what are you doing? This is not Rogue One time. Andor's not up for another few hours.
What do you need? Heading out. This should be fun. Should be easy.
Okay, let's see if Luke and Kyle can grab us this. Once again, the Jedi Masters save the day.
Equipment available.
There we go. Jedi Masters being sneaky, making the game easier. But still an expensive battle for us. So we know what they have there. I think it is going to be necessary to get some spies everywhere.
Building under construction.
Beginning
Building
construction.
started.
Get those. Get more of you guys down here.
Moving into position. Adjusting navigomputer.
Beginning construction.
You. And do we have any units that we have to build? We have... Nope. Okay, so we can save up for Wedge on the crew side. We're making like 30 per week. I don't need to build another one.
Right away. Moving out.
Let's see if we can just deploy a spy everywhere. Oh shit, they have a Praetor. That is slightly more difficult than what I was thinking they'd have left. Oh, and this one's only 106 pop.
Construction complete.
That's slightly easier. Oh, they have two Praetors. No, that's the same Praetor. Never mind.
All up.
Construction complete.
Yeah, that was 800 pop cap. This one... Ooh, Torpedo Sphere, 164.
Construction complete.
Well, I think we do just want to kill all the Imperials. Not in a rude way, just they're kind of, you know, they're in the way.
Heading to destination.
Oh shit, before we do that, I should save. There's a lot of dying that's about to happen. That is Trace Crefet. And Crefei is about to kill some Imperials as well. We should be able to send in each of these fleets to one of those planets, and once we take all the Imperial planets, I'll probably go, like, merge them together and try to fight some of the Yavithans. Because I don't really trust leaving this all unattended right now and just sending those fleets elsewhere. Kind of need them. But once we do that, it's not going to be too hard to get through the rest of the galaxy. Like, we're almost ready to go into the CSA territory with this fleet. So I'll probably do before too long. So how many shipyards are left? There are Eddie, Oslimpex, Liana. There is Utrick. Not Exilla yet, but Exilla will count as one soon. Lord Tracy, Jägerminer. It's not super shipyard heavy on the other side of it. Get them out there. And they're gonna buy on you that way. Pentastar alignment, we haven't really fought much, but they are the biggest other faction left. They might start to be a bit more aggressive now that I think of it. Okay, Ragab. Let's see, and Tev. Archangel. Von Mothma loses to a penguin. Tempest. Uh-oh. Ragab. What's my toe? Ride a Rendili. Edmonton. Try to get you through to that. The backlit ones sort of look okay from the bottom sometimes, but the cool shots from the bottom aren't necessarily worth the difficulty reading from the top. Not my favorite light setup. Okay, let's start getting over to that. We need to make sure we go kind of fast on this one. So, Morvorb. Properly put in Edmonton, Russia. Von Mothma loses to a penguin. Need to actually be on the map this time. That's just regular Liberty. Bothans are... Give me Liberty or give me death. And Tavares. Okay, you can start getting your shields back. Not taking any chances with you. Ragab... I don't know if his chances are better living if it goes into the state or into the battle or not. I don't think it's going to be able to get through his shield, so we're probably best off getting the extra damage in. Okay, let's focus on the weapons on this side before they kill Morvorb. Then over to the XQ. We just need everything that can hit the XQ to hit the XQ. I don't think the goal in 3 is lasting much longer. Oof. We're still probably okay. That's still going to be like 2 shots before any of this dies. And
MC-90 Star Cruiser reporting.
Here, you know what? You just have fun. We're paying for the power to shields, so you use the power to shields. Use it or lose it. I forget how far along the faction reworks were when I did like the Pentastar alignment and EaW playthroughs in particular. Because I think the Asserter was only finished during the EaW playthrough. Like the assets for it. Some of that might factor into who we play.
On the move.
Construction complete.
Oh, this is where their actual capital is right now too.
Invasion.
Okay, so let's take Calcetti. It's a smaller slot planet. They have the turbo lasers. They have... None of these are like super big stacks of units. Other than the Avethan planets. But I wasn't talking about them. And this opens us up to Enzoth. Because the alternative was leaving these and letting them be integrated by the PA by like attacking the other Pentastar planets.
Course plotted. Acknowledged.
I'm not going to do that.
Roger that.
Okay, Kyle, run down to that one.
This should be fun.
Skywalker reporting. Right. You'll find I'm full of surprises.
I think all the units we put down are going to be relatively speedy, because I want to get to another more forward landing zone.
Copy. Let's move out. T2B over.
Should I just get one of you to turn around and go for the
Got it.
sensor? No, I'm gonna send one of you down to this one.
Over there. You got it.
Ready for
I think
action.
that
You keep these men.
be a sensor array as well.
We got
Right
you
away.
You
covered.
won't need to.
Moving.
Alright, it's looking like we'll be able to grab
Order acknowledged.
Copy.
this landing zone, no problem.
Let's get going.
The enemy is approaching. Reporting. Keep going.
I copy.
The speedy units are going to be our best friends here. Okay, that's going to let us use our orbital bombardments.
I see it.
We've
Be right
secured
Keep
there.
running.
landing zone.
They don't have the regular turbo laser defenses. Those won't be necessary. Get the T4s in a little bit closer here, now that we have a closer landing zone.
Course plotted.
And some infantry.
I copy. I've got him in my
Purchase
sight.
Rebellion sensor array.
Yes, ma'am. Open fire.
I'm with you. Heading there now.
There we go.
You can count on
Now our Jedi
This should be fun.
start going into the base.
Yes, Commander. Heading up.
We'll probably run into
Standing by.
an XR-85 soon, but they might have gone to secure
Reporting.
the
This
victory
way.
point.
Standing
Nope,
by.
there's one right there.
You keep
Okay, let's try to get those. And where are you now, Luke? Luke, you're almost in, but Kyle, you are in. So I'm going to send the Jedi after the XR. Well, the other vehicles try to take care of these smaller threats. Okay, none of them went in there. Let's come in the other side then. Low conga line of MCAs, or not MCAs, E4Bs.
Let's get going. Can you give me a little cover?
I definitely
fire?
prefer fighting the XR-85s over the turbo AT-ATs.
Yes, sir. Roger. Reporting in. Over there.
We shouldn't focus too much on the tax agency. That's not actually going to kill us. If we got to choose between killing death or taxes here, we got to go for the death killing. ATSTs are kind of good against you.
Adjusting navigator.
Reinforcements.
And
Unit
artillery's not bad.
We've secured a building.
There's a chance I'm going to regret that. See if they have any AA turrets in there. Maybe we'll get lucky. They're gonna be an AA turret? No? Yes. There was one, but we still got through.
Help you.
They're in my sight.
Alright, T4s. Go around the corner first.
Location confirmed.
Oops, I didn't mean to click again. There, use it. Thank you.
Unit destroyed.
And you deploy. Then we can move you guys through. Alright. Really pretty good for a capital fight, all things considered. Alright, Kyle, you got that. Luckily, it wasn't too many slots on the planet, and they don't have any real units that they had stationed here. Okay, these are the best units in the New Republic, the spotters. Empire or pacifist playthrough, just spotters.
Let's go.
Literally impossible.
A build pad.
Course
Maximum
plotted.
unit capacity.
Alright, I don't know what they have anywhere else.
Reporting.
We'll grab that.
Coordinates received. Artillery online. Ready.
I assume it's something at the field base. Nope. I don't know why I did that when we were literally getting into view of it.
Roger.
Alright,
that.
go look at the other one. And then you guys go over here.
Roger.
Don't wait for Luke.
Roger that. Let's move out.
I think that might be it. That was not it. That was not in fact it. False alarm. Oh
On
shit.
my way.
I took them away from the victory point.
Heading to
I
position.
didn't actually
We can cover you.
select the units that I thought I selected.
Form up. Adjusting Navicomputer. Reporting in. Right away.
Oh, hello. Please don't kill my artillery. Thank you, AACs, for being there to protect us. You have to be all that's left. There we go.
Then defeated. System control achieved.
The pop on that, that's the 115. Who are you? Gron. With Aculeus.
Construction complete.
Just got him? Yeah, I don't know where else they could have moved him from. They must have just finished building him. Recruiting him. I guess you don't build people. Alright, I'm gonna send Bell. And you know what? I'm gonna put Crefay in that fleet for now.
Moving into position.
Because then we'll move them together into Odic. We don't need them all separate for that.
Tactical battle imminent.
I mean, in a way, you build people. I don't. I do not have a womb.
The enemy has been spotted.
I wonder who the PA got. Maybe even Maldrude for their top-level legitimacy group.
Choose your reinforcements.
Alright. Let's go with Ackridge coming your way. Vengeful Spirit. Grey Ghost.
Engage.
Beretta and Faye.
Cancel.
Right away.
This is actually kind of a terrible fleet for this.
Cancel.
We have enough of a numerical advantage
Got our orders.
for like all the Lancers against a fleet that's relying heavily on endurances and missiles.
Order confirmed.
Acknowledge.
Moving.
Moving to destination. Moving into position.
Oh well.
At maximum unit capacity.
How can we be of service? Focus fire on their weapons.
Where to, Commander?
Come on.
Endurance on station.
We're ready, Admiral. Reporting.
Boost. Okay, I don't want to give up the shields on this.
We will engage the enemy. Coming around. Roger that.
Let's see if we can
Got them on scope.
get some of the Lancers down. We're really tearing through
There's nothing we can't handle.
the Allegiance, at least.
Hold on. Destroyer here. How can we be of service? Copy.
Nowhere to run.
Attack. Form up.
Shit. Okay, that's just a regular MC-30. Doesn't even have a name. Doesn't count as a loss.
I copy. Heading to destination. Yes.
Got you on the comm.
Really don't want to send all of our fighters just into the middle of, what, 10 Lancers that are left? 12, not 20. There weren't 20 to start with.
Star Cruiser reporting. Reporting in.
If we get everyone to focus on one Lancer, I think we'll be okay sooner. That's even more important than killing the Allegiance.
Prepare for combat.
Dauntless here. Eliminating target. Got one.
Where are others?
Who's ready?
You, and you. There we go.
Fire at will.
I think that's most of the Lancers and Crusaders that we have targeted, at least.
Captain here.
So it shouldn't take too much longer. They're really point defensing the shit out of us.
Ready and willing. Yes. Units with an awaiting order. Yes.
Alright, stop there. Go up.
Yes, sir.
Go up.
MC-90 Star Cruiser reporting. Roger that. Going for their lasers. Yes,
This is the captain.
how can we be of service? Await direct fire on the enemy. Yes, sir. Enemy fighters on me. Engaging. Awaiting your command. Our target priority. Ready and willing.
Endurance class at your disposal, sir.
Ready. That's it. Scratch one.
Enemy fighters. Take cover.
Might be better off going after the Golden 3 with these guys.
We're ready,
Bombers at the ready.
Though they are still getting some of their Corvette defenses.
Need help? Got you on the comm.
Okay, you can power weapons. You're kind of safe on this side of the Golden. You are once again not helping. For Faye, you are helping.
Their weapons.
Well, you're helping with your bonus. You're not helping by actually being in the battle. Definitely more than Belle is,
Captain here.
Yes, sir.
considering her bonus isn't applying. Well, it's applying to Crefay, though he's not actually in battle, so once again, she's not helping. You can go just get exploded by Reaper. I wonder if PA has actually built Reaper yet. I'm gonna guess they haven't. I don't know how the AI handling for that was set up at the point where this playthrough happens.
Yes.
We haven't seen Reaper poking away at us, I'm just gonna assume. It's not there.
This is the captain.
Commander. Those torpedo launchers must be destroyed.
Alright, over the XQ. Luckily this one didn't have hypervelocity gun, because I feel like they probably could have gone for a Crefay there, or Belle, and ended up taking out one of our heroes.
Attacking target. Yes, sir.
I think Belle does count toward, so with the commander stat or command staff, pretty sure the way it works is Belle counts as like an extra slot. Like we get an extra slot and Bell fills it right away. So we can technically fire her and get someone else if we needed to. But I don't want to fire her.
Fire at will.
Like once we're deeper in and she's had more battles under her belt, we can replace some of them. But I don't think we're getting any more new ones following this, absent Chief of State change. I can never remember exactly what changed when. That's always the difficulty for me. Even when it comes to like using public releases as a benchmark, because I've almost never played the actual public release in their final form. I'm always in the middle with different stuff there. Right, Actul does show up there. Maybe once we're bored of Regab, we replace Regab with Actul. So we're gonna have Garm for Harbinge. So is that enough Mon Calamari representation? I guess that's where polls come in. We did lose Medina. That's unfortunate, but we can just build it back up. That won't distract from our
Constructing unit.
from our search for Wedge.
Taking to the front.
Heading out.
Okay, you
Construction.
and you.
Beginning construction.
I feel like we can take out the rest of the Empire on this one. Legar's asking here, ever going to sell out and be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends or some kind of Saber company? I have been offered both of those and turned them down, or just not responded to the email. So I'm willing to sell out for stuff, just not those.
Choose your reinforcements.
If people want to, like, if Vite wants to give me money, I'll take money from
You'll
Vite.
find I'm full of surprises.
I took money to do the Democracy
Adjusting
game,
Navicomputer.
which I do still want to play again.
Moving out.
I'm going.
That's the only actual sponsorship I've taken, like where I was given
On my way.
money to do the video, was the Democracy game. I've been given like, game keys before with like indie games and
Enemy unit just
Stardock games and
Yes,
stuff.
sir.
Skywalker reporting.
I thought this was one of the XR85 for a second. Like, I thought like the statue was shooting it.
There they are. I'll get them. Right. Got it. I'll help any way I can.
Ready for
If I was offered money to do the Nebula on B2, definitely not.
Form up.
I have standards.
Heading out.
I messed up on where I told those to go.
Awaiting orders. Copy.
Let's get going. This should be
Okay,
fun.
I'll run up.
Heading there now.
Thank you for securing it, Luke.
I copy. Fall out, troop.
No, it's not about the amount of money. Raid gives... Like, Raid pays really well for sponsorships. Like, anytime you've ever seen anyone doing a Raid Shadow Legends ad, you can be pretty confident that they made a lot of money on that ad. I just don't want to play Raid Shadow Legends.
Keep going. Awaiting your orders. Attack. Right away.
Okay, T4Bs, AACs, enough for me's. Oh shit, this is gonna be a problem.
Let me help you.
Luke and Kyle. See if I can get them to go and murder these walkers and tanks and everything. Especially the turbo laser. Don't let it run away. Don't let it run away. Don't let it run away. It's crucial that you do not let it run away.
Target sighted. Right away.
Reporting. Moving out.
No, if LucasArts or like Lucasfilm Games sponsored us in any way, then when people say I'm a paid Disney show, then they'd technically be correct.
Open fire. Awaiting orders. Over there.
I'd lose all of my negative street cred.
Copy. Y-wing here. Computer on target.
Destroyed.
Ready.
Where's my other truck? Did I lose the truck in the other one? I must have. Damn it. Forgot about that.
Awaiting your signal.
Got my approach vector.
Copy.
My vision truck.
Attack that target.
Close
Okay.
on target.
I'm shocked they didn't fly over an AA turret or something. Okay, well, bye Turbo AT-AT.
What's the mission?
I think
Skywalker
it's
reporting. I understand.
best if we just get into the base
We've secured
sooner.
Starting the read.
Where is Lucas Skywalker? George Lucas Skywalker.
Ready to go.
And Kyle Lucas Skywalker. If you were given force powers and were offered to be trained by the Jedi, would you take it? But you have to be in a period of the Sith War of the Jedi. Would you accept? I mean,
Should be
if I have superpowers, then all my answers about like not wanting to serve on a Star Wars ship go away. Like, I don't want to be part of a war. I don't want to be like some dude just operating a turbo laser station on a ship that might blow up or has to blow up other people. But if I'm given superpowers, I'm not going to say no to that. And if I'm like, if the moral issue of the war is like, you're gonna duel some other cartoonishly evil dudes with red sticks, like, okay, if I have to, then like that's fine. Maybe I'll like redeem them or something, because I'm not a Sith, right? I just have to duel Sith. I'm on the Jedi side, and even if I have like moral issues with the Jedi as well, then at least they're not the ones saying like, kill the people because rage and chaos is a ladder. I think that's Game of Thrones. Never mind. But still, I'm much more okay with that. Like, unless the superpower that I'm getting is like invisibility, which is useless, creepy bullshit, then fine. But I don't think invisibility is a very common Jedi power, other than Luke getting it right here.
Commander Skywalker reporting.
Thought he was T-posing at that for a second. Oh shit. No destroy, please.
on the move.
I copy. Advancing. Roger. Location confirmed.
the enemy has been defeated.
Then I just like run off somewhere if I have to. Like, all the space flight elements of Star Wars are cool. Being a Jedi would be cool with like the powers. I just don't want to be
Achieved.
in a war. That's not appealing to me. And especially just being a normal, regular soldier in a war. That doesn't end well for anyone. But anyways, with that rant aside, I think we are going to leave today's episode there. So, hope you have enjoyed it. We're going to continue here on Twitch. But, thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.